there are just a couple more things to think about. Firstly, if you're playing at all seriously, it's important to lubricate your machine heads. To be exact, this gear here, where it works with this one, and it's especially the case with the 6-string tuner, which is this one, because when you tune your 6th string to D, these machines can get quite a lot of wear. So my preferred technique is to take a teaspoon, handle end of, just dip it in a little bit of ordinary vegetable oil, wait until you're sure that it's not going to drip everywhere, and just draw it lightly on the gear like that. Maybe one more time. Be extremely careful not to get oil on your hands, on your strings, because that will ruin them very, very quickly. And then this little bit of oil on there will mean that when I tighten up the string, the oil on this gear will work its way around that one as well. And I will be doing that on each of these tuners. Another tip is to lubricate the slots in the nut here, and literally use a pencil, preferably quite a sharp one. This one isn't actually quite sharp enough. And what that does is it leaves some graphite in the grooves here. And so when you're tuning your strings, especially for example if you're tuning your 6th string to D or your 3rd string to F sharp, then it just helps the string to move through. It means the change of tuning will stabilize more quickly, and it just generally helps. So here we have all the strings on, and I've tidied up the ends by clipping off the surplus bits of string to avoid the possibility of those causing rattles and buzzes. Something else you might notice is I've been careful to get the string onto the part of the roller that will lead it so it goes to its slot, but keeping away from the side of the wood. If you allow, for example, the 3rd string to end up running along to there, firstly it'll wear away the wood and the varnish there, but also because of friction it makes it much harder to tune it, and it makes it take a longer time to settle down when you're changing your tuning. And here's a look at the bridge end with all the strings fitted. Again, I've trimmed off the unnecessary extra bits of string. You'll notice that here I've done a knot on all 3 strings. Also, just for the sake of being tidy, each one I've done the same way around. And of course, as soon as you put your nice new strings on, they keep going flat, don't they? Well, if you want to avoid that taking about a week before they settle down, just spend about half an hour or so after you've put the strings on, keeping on, putting your strings back up to pitch, or even just a little bit higher. So put it a little bit higher like that. If I come back in 5 minutes now, they'll be flatter, so I put them just a little bit higher. If you keep on doing that, that takes the stretching process out of them, and then within about 24 hours they should be perfectly stable enough to actually play on comfortably. So I hope that gives you enough to be starting off your string changing career. Thank you for watching.